Have you noticed something strange? A lot of choices today feel like they are completely yours. But after you make them, something feels a little off. You only wanted to order dinner. Then you added one more drink. Then a small side. Then one more item because now you were close to the discount. You only wanted the cheapest subscription. But after looking at the options, you picked the middle plan. The cheap one was missing something important. The expensive one felt ridiculous. The middle one looked just right. You only wanted to buy a flight. Then the page asked, do you want a checked bag? Do you want to choose your seat? Do you want insurance? Do you want priority boarding? By the time you finish clicking, the price is no longer the price you saw at the beginning. And the weirdest part is this. Nobody forced you. Every step looked like your own choice. You chose the combo. You checked the box. You added the service. So it is hard to say the company lied to you. But you still feel like the page somehow knew what you were going to do. That is the case we are looking at today. Menus are not just there to give you choices. Menus are there to train your choices. Most of the time, when we see a menu, we think it is just a list. A restaurant menu, a delivery app, a software pricing page, a hotel checkout page, a phone storage option, a subscription plan. But the really powerful menu is never just information. It is a path. It decides what you see first, what you see later, what sits in the middle, what gets highlighted, what looks cheap, what looks like a waste to skip. You think you are standing in front of a pile of options picking one. But a lot of the time, you are walking down a path someone else already built. Start with the most familiar one. 3 pricing tiers: cheap, middle, premium. You have seen this everywhere. Cloud storage, software, gyms, online courses, phone storage. It looks fair. 3 options are placed in front of you. Pick whichever one you want. But look more carefully. The cheap plan is often missing one key thing. It is not useless. That would be too obvious. It is just uncomfortable enough. A little less space, a little fewer features, a little slower, a little less support, a little less freedom. It is not designed to make you unable to buy. It is designed to make you afraid you will regret buying it. Then there is the premium plan. That one is often a little too much. Too many features. Too high a price. Too much stuff you probably will not use. It stands there like a ceiling. It tells you, see? This thing could be even more expensive. And then the middle plan appears. Not the cheapest. Not the most expensive. Enough features. A price you can live with. You breathe out. Fine. This one. But here is the question. Did you really find the just right option? Or was it designed to look just right from the beginning? This is called choice architecture. The phrase sounds academic, but the idea is simple. The way choices are arranged changes the way you choose. Thaler and Sunstein made this idea famous. One key point is that people do not make decisions in a vacuum. We make decisions inside environments that are already designed. The order of the options, the default setting, the price comparison, the color, the recommended badge. Which option is bigger? Which option is hidden? These are not decorations. They are steering wheels. So the thing that shapes you is not only what you finally choose, it is what you were allowed to see at the beginning. Now look at one of the most dangerous tools in this system, the decoy. A decoy is not there because the seller expects you to buy it. It is there to make the option next to it look better. There is a famous subscription example often discussed by Ariely. The page had 3 options. Digital only, $59. Print only, $125. Print plus digital, also $125. At first glance, the second option looks stupid. Why would anyone pay $125 for print only when they could get print plus digital for the same price? And that was exactly the point. Almost nobody chose the print-only option. But it was not there to be chosen. It was there to make the bundle look like a bargain. When that stupid-looking option was present, many people chose the $125 bundle. But when it was removed and people only saw the $59 digital option and the $125 bundle, many people went back to the cheaper digital plan. Think about that. The option almost nobody bought changed what many people actually bought. That is what makes a decoy so powerful. It is not really a product. It is a reference point. It does not need to make money by itself. It changes what good value looks like in your eyes. You think you are comparing prices, but you are comparing the things the seller wants you to compare. Many three-tier plans work like this. The cheap plan makes you feel like you are missing something. The expensive plan makes you feel like you are being excessive. The middle plan collects the money. That rational choice you feel proud of may not be the thing you wanted at the start. It may be the result the menu trained you to choose. Delivery apps do the same thing. You open the app thinking, "What do I want to eat?" But the app does not wait for you to slowly think. It has already arranged the room. Popular nearby. Ordered again by many people. Limited time discount. Spend a little more to save. Fast delivery. Best sellers. Before you even decide what you want, the page has changed the question. The original question was, "I am hungry. What do I want?" Then it becomes, "How much more do I need to spend to unlock the discount? If I do not add this, am I wasting the delivery fee? If so many people bought this, is it safer?" That is not your appetite growing naturally. That is the menu arranging your attention. The spend more to save discount is especially clever. On the surface, it helps you save money. But often, it changes your goal. You were trying to eat enough. Now you are trying to spend enough. You only needed one meal. But the page tells you, add a little more, and you can save a little more. So you start looking for a small item, a drink, a side, a dessert. Not because you truly needed it, but because you do not want to waste the discount. At that moment, the menu has already won. It has turned you from a customer into a puzzle solver. You start solving the puzzle it gave you. How do I make this feel like a better deal? How do I avoid losing out? How do I use the whole discount? It feels smart. But the problem is, you did not write the question. Flights and hotels work in a similar way. At first you see a low price. That price is the hook. It pulls you in. Then, once you are inside, the menu starts opening layer by layer. Bags, seats, insurance, change flexibility, breakfast, room type, cleaning fees, service fees. Every step looks small. Every step can be rejected. But the whole process trains you into a certain state. I am already this far. Should I add a little more safety? This is why many prices do not appear complete at the beginning. A full price can make you calm down. A broken up price keeps you clicking. You are not making one big decision about how much to spend. You are accepting a higher total price through a chain of small decisions. That is one of the quietest tricks in menu design. It does not need to force you. It just cuts one big decision into many smaller ones. And at every step you think, this small amount is probably fine. Then at the end, it is no longer the small amount you started with. There is another kind of menu that is even quieter. The default option. A default means if you do nothing, the system has already chosen for you. Default checked. Default annual billing. Default auto-renewal. Default agree, default recommended. It does not look like pressure. Because, of course, you can uncheck it. Of course, you can change it. Of course, you can open the settings. But the problem is, many people do not. Not because they truly agree. Because people get tired. People are lazy. People do not want extra trouble. In that tiny moment, the brain says, whatever, just leave it. Johnson and Goldstein studied default options in organ donation in 2003. They found that whether donation was set as the default could create a huge difference in consent rates. In public policy, this kind of design can help society. But when the same mechanism appears on commercial pages, it becomes something else. A default is not a small detail. A default makes a decision during the 1 second when you are tired. You think you did not choose, but you chose not to change it. And the menu loves it when you do not change things. This is also why canceling often feels harder than signing up. Signing up feels smooth. Big button, bright color, few steps. Canceling is different. The entrance is deeper. The button is smaller. Sometimes you can barely find it. The page asks if you want to think again. It gives you another discount. It makes you confirm one more time. Sometimes it sends you to another page. That is not an accident. That is part of the menu. When you buy, the menu is a slide. When you stop, the menu is a staircase. So, the real point of this episode is not companies are evil. And it is not. You are easy to fool. The more accurate point is this. Modern business has become very good at turning choice into a path. You can still walk. You can still turn back. You still have freedom. But the slope of the road, the signs, the default direction, and the barriers were placed by someone else. It is like a casino. A casino does not need to hold your hand down and force you to keep playing. It designs the lights, the sounds, the chips, the seats, the layout. It makes continuing feel natural. A menu works the same way. It does not have to make the decision for you. It just has to make one decision feel more natural than another. You did not suddenly want the middle plan. The menu first made the cheapest plan look incomplete. You did not suddenly want to spend more for a discount. The page first made not reaching the discount feel like losing. You did not suddenly want annual billing. The page first made monthly billing look less smart. You did not suddenly want insurance. The checkout flow first made not adding it feel unsafe. That is the line. The menu is not asking what you want. The menu is teaching you what looks reasonable. So what can an ordinary person do? The answer is not to panic every time you see a menu. And it is not to reject every recommendation. Some recommendations are useful. Some defaults really do save time. The important thing is to stop treating a menu like a mirror. Treat it like a design map. It is not simply reflecting your needs. It may be shaping them. So when you see a pricing page, do not start with, which one should I choose? Start with, why am I being shown these options? Why are there 3 tiers instead of 2? Why is the middle one bigger? Why is this one marked as recommended? Why is the cheap one missing exactly the thing I care about? Why is the expensive one so exaggerated? Once you ask those questions, you have stepped back from the menu. You are no longer just walking down the road. You are looking at who built the road. When you see a default option, do not only ask, should I uncheck this? Ask, if this was not already checked, would I actively choose it? If the answer is no, then it may not be your choice. It may just be your laziness. When you see a discount threshold, do not ask, how much more do I need to spend? Ask, if there were no discount, would I still buy this thing? If not, then it is not a need. It is a puzzle the menu gave you. When you see annual billing, do not only ask, is annual billing cheaper? Ask, will I really use this for a full year? If I stop using it after 3 months, Is it still cheaper? Real choice is not choosing faster inside the menu. Real choice is first seeing how the menu is training you. This episode looks like it is about menus, but it is really about something more hidden in modern life. Choice environments. We walk through them every day. Delivery pages, shopping carts, membership plans, flights and hotels, software subscriptions, investment rankings, phone storage options, course pricing. They all look like they are giving you choices, but they are also training you. What counts as a good deal? What counts as not missing out? What counts as something everyone buys? What counts as an upgrade you should make? So next time you feel like you made a very natural choice, slow down for 1 second. Do not only look at what you chose. Look at how the menu was arranged. Because many times, the real secret is not in the answer. It is in the question.